Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. It is just about midnight. I just got back from like a 10, 11 hour car ride to do a little spring skiing up in Maine with my son and to visit my brother, and took my mom along, so that extended the trip a little bit. But a lot of things changed with the podcast. I'm thinking as I'm sitting here that maybe I'll start doing some mini episodes, like really little. I don't know. Maybe I'll change around. There's a lot of things in flux, but thanks to all of you, it continues to grow, and I can't thank you enough for that. On my way to Maine, so I had to go down to get my mom in the Hudson Valley. I'm coming up the Taconic State Parkway. A road I know well, right? Grew up down there. It's an awful highway. It really is. It's like a fucking cart path through the woods. And the speed limit is 55. And I had seen a couple state troopers along the way. And, so coming up to right where I'm going to get on 90 to get to the Mass Turnpike, just before you go under what used to be the toll booths. If you're old enough to remember the toll booth, toll booth Willie, you got to pay him. So I get lit up and I get pulled over. It's doing 74 and a 55. I was so pissed. I mean, I was irrationally pissed off. So fucking pissed. And the officer comes up, and my son even jokingly said later on, it was almost like he was intimidated because he was so polite and so kind and, hey, excuse me, all these nice things. But he came up to the passenger side where my mother is sitting and asked for my license and registration. So I just hand them both without even looking at the guy. I'll be right back. What were you doing? And I said, we're on our way to see family. My mother said, it's the Easter holiday. Like that's going to help. It didn't. Although maybe it could have. Maybe it's my fault. Like if I were nicer, I don't know. Guy comes back. End of the story. I get a ticket. I am so irrationally angry. Like, I don't know what it is about authority and me and actually being told what I can and can't do that sometimes just hits my buttons. And I don't know. It's a strange thing for me. So, like, he walks away from the car and goes, just slow down. And he wasn't even past the back bumper. And I just fucking revved the engine and took off. Like, if I could have absolutely lit the tires up and kicked dust, it's not the type of car that I can really do that in, I would have done it. And my mother is looking at me and she's like, that was very childish what you did. And I'm like, I can't even fucking look at that guy. I was like, I couldn't even look at him. I had to hand my license over, my registration. I couldn't even look. He gave me the ticket. My mother tries to hand it to me. My hands do not even move to touch it, so she just puts it in the glove box. And I mean, I was so angry for like the next 45 minutes. I am steaming inside. Like I want to fight the ticket. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I pictured myself wiping my bottom with the ticket and mailing it in. Like, you're a 50-something-year-old dude. You broke the law, right? But I'm so angry. I mean, I was so angry. And this is like the second interaction with police, the law, whatever. I've had that would be directly with me, and there was one that was indirectly with me. And even there, I said something like, do I need a lawyer? And they said, why would you say that? And they're trying to be friendly. And I snapped back because you're the law and you're calling me. right? And it feels like a dumb thing for them to respond the way. I don't know. And here's the bottom line with this. I started to think about this a lot because I go, for years on the radio, I would bitch about chicken shit tickets. Remember the red light cameras? Chicken shit tickets. I fucking hate those. I think I got a red light camera ticket. It got dismissed, but it was because I was going to work when I was doing morning radio. There was nobody on the street, not a soul, and I made a left on red instead of waiting for it to turn fucking green. Like, I checked it, there was nothing coming. And I'm like, these kind of chicken, I'm sure I didn't say chicken shit on the radio, I'm probably chicken ass tickets or whatever they are, just infuriated me. Like getting pulled over for something stupid. I'm like, and think about it. Think about yourself. Maybe you're a more balanced person and you go, well, it's just somebody doing their job, and I did break the law and all that, but in the moment, man, really? That's what you're doing? Really? And the reason I'm saying this is the police are just doing their job. I did break the law, right? By the law. It was posted everywhere, 55 miles an hour on the Taconic State Parkway. I was doing 74 as I came up a hill and around a turn, and there he was. And I do hate it because it's like they're hiding and all this. And I want to go, like, F the police and blah, blah, blah. But when we hear other people say that, I don't think we give them any room to feel that way, do we? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. But I don't think we give people any room to feel that way, even if they may have a right. Maybe they're wrong. Like in the end, do you think I'm going to win the ticket battle with this? No. The deposition's there. His radar gun was recently tested. No, I'm not. So when somebody else is bitching about the police, are they right? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they have a point, but we don't give them any grace, any room to have that opinion or be pissed off. And maybe you don't with me either. Maybe my example is a bad one. But I'm just thinking, like, the police have to have the fucking worst job, or at least one of the worst jobs I have ever thought of. Because from every walk of life, when they're coming in as the authority, it's usually not a good situation, or they're about to ruin your day, right? I mean, potentially. You get a speeding ticket, it can fucking piss you off, right? It can delay you if you're trying to get somewhere. It could be whatever. Now you got a fine. If you try to fight it, you go to court. I got to go back down to Chatham, New York. Fuck Chatham. So I'm sorry. But the point being, like, boy, when we want them there and we need them, we want them there and we need them now. They're not coming fast enough. They're not doing it well enough. When they're investigating something and you're on the investigative side of it, you're pissed off. They're violating my rights. What are you telling me? You get a speeding ticket, fuck the police. Everybody, look at how they drive. Look what they do. They're on their phone. I can't be on my phone. It is probably the most thankless job. And the only thing that this made me do is just take a step back for just a second and kind of go, yeah, I fucked up. I don't like fucking up. I don't like that I got a speeding ticket. I was pissed about it. I could probably get just as pissed about it again. But I could make it worse and drag it out. I could do something stupid. I'll tell you what, many years ago, I was 19 and I had a million tickets. Not a million tickets. I was facing about $425 in fines for various things with my car. And I got on the radio at midnight, because I came on at midnight, and I thanked the officer for not showing up. I thanked him by name. I know I got that awful cough. Everybody's coughing this weekend. I don't know if it's allergies or what. Anyway, But I thanked the officer by name, and after that, I'm not even kidding. I was probably pulled over 3 days out of 5 for the next 6 weeks. I mean, I got tickets for shit I didn't even know you could get tickets for. I mean, it was like they were inventing stuff. I remember saying to the officer, I go, this can't be a real ticket. Okay, so I've always had this pushback, right? But I was the one who was in the wrong. I was the one who did the bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But all of us, I think at some point, when we feel like we are being wronged, we push back loudly against the authority. Right? Think about that. And when we hear of people who are mad at the police or F the police, we hear things. There's songs F the police, right? There's different songs about the police that everybody, your opinion on them changes drastically and quickly. And it has to be one of the most thankless jobs. And yet we get mad at people when, right? We say all the time, Blue Lives Matter. We fly the Blue Lives flag. We hear about an officer being shot. We talk about how bad it is. But if you get a ticket, that's a motherfucker for that day, I think. And I think that majority of people, maybe you disagree, and you can always let me know. I'm willing to have these discussions because I think it's things that aren't discussed. And I think you know where I'm pointing to, a broader spectrum with this, a broader piece where we say when people go against the police, right, and then all of a sudden becomes like defund the police, we go, well, what the fuck? Well, if you feel like you're always under the microscope of the police and you can't move, you'd probably want them defunded in a sense too. I always thought that was a terrible term that anybody in leadership would throw out there. And instead, it should be like reallocate money and let's find a way to integrate the community and the police so we don't have these hard feelings. So we get to see that there's somebody doing a job, that they're there to actually help us. Not just in our worst moment, but even in a moment where we may be lost, or we have a question, or we don't know, or whatever. I just think that we don't talk about these things enough, and we're not willing to admit that if we get what we think is a ridiculous ticket, or as I used to call them, chicken shit tickets, that, what a waste of time, blah, blah, blah. Isn't there bigger crimes? Isn't there this? What about the people who feel the same way but about a different instance with the police? We don't give them much grace at all. And I think that we need to all step back and go, okay, I kind of see this now. How do you bridge that? I don't know. I'm still pissed off about my ticket. Like really, really pissed off about my ticket. Like irrationally pissed off about my ticket. Think about that. Chew on that. Hit me up at Bill at BillMoranProductions.com. That is with an S on the end. Bill at BillMoranProductions.com. Please check out our YouTube page. Just search Billified on YouTube. You can see complete episodes there, fantastically put together. You can also see some shorts we have there. You can listen to the audio wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for doing that. And you check out some of the other podcasts that we're helping produce. Two Fit Chicks. They've been doing a couple episodes now. I think there are about 25 of them or so that you can go check out. Hilarious, insightful, great workout tips, diet tips, really interesting conversations. And then we just started a new one, Built from Chaos with Michael Tandoy. That first episode is up. Please go listen to that. Search him on YouTube as well. It's Tandoi is the last name, Michael Tandoy, but Built from Chaos. The audio and video shot in Bill Moran Production Studios. And more to come after that. So I appreciate everything you do. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. It is late. I got to get to bed. I've been sitting. I don't know how you truckers do it. Taking 10, 12 hours on the road. That's absolutely outrageous. But thank you for taking a bite-sized Billified with me. And we'll see you next time.